What's going on, guys? So since my last video on how to solo Terramorphous with the Siren did pretty well, I figured I'd do another one. This one's going to be for Pyro Pete the Invincible. And before I actually show you how to kill him, I'm going to show you a bit of strategy on how to do it, because there are videos how to solo him on YouTube, but none of them really explain how to avoid the attack or like the Nova attack, because that's really the only attack you have to watch out for. The rest are really easy. So as soon as you buy this thing for 8 Iridium, Pete is actually going to spawn right up there, and he's going to jump down here. So when he jumps down, you're just going to want to shoot him as he's coming forward from there until you get back here. And then you see these two tank things. Literally all you're going to do is run him in between these two things back and forth. And the reason you're doing this is because there's lots of places to hide from his Nova attack. You can duck in right here, right here, right here, and right here. These are all places you can avoid his attack. Even if he's standing like right here, as long as you're here, he can't hit you. So you don't really want to let him get past kind of this part of the tank. But if you can just keep running him back and forth, you'll be fine. For the equipment you're going to be using to do this, you're pretty much going to be using the exact same setup as I used for the Terramorphous video, except for there are going to be a couple things that will be different. So rather than using a fire sandhawk, you're actually going to want two different versions of it. You're going to want a electricity one and one with no element at all. And the reason you're going to want the one with no element at all is because Pyro Pete is resistant to both fire and corrosion. So the one with no element is going to work better. Another thing you could also use is the electric version of Bone of the Ancients. I didn't actually use it in this video, but it will help take down his shield a little bit faster. Alright, I'm back with the actual gameplay part of this, and listening back to the other part of the commentary when I said that they don't really show you how to avoid his Nova attack. They do tell you to get behind something, but what I mean is that they don't really explain how to know when he's going to do it, or like when you should prepare. So I'm going to try to explain that. So as you can see, I just paid the Iridium to get him to come in, and just like I said in the strategy, just bring him back here and then run between these two tanks. He will hit you quite often, but his attacks don't do much damage, so you don't really have to worry about that. All you have to do is just keep running in between these two tanks and watch out for when he does the Nova attack. And there are a couple of ways to know when he's going to do the Nova attack. You'll hear him make the noise that the engineers make when they do that attack that shakes the ground. Like, you can hear him do it right there. So as soon as I hear him start doing it, I just run for the nearest corner and completely avoid it. The other way you'll know is you'll actually see him raise his arms in the air. So if you see him raise his arms straight up, then you know he's going to do it. And he always does it once his shield goes down. So as soon as you see his shield go down, run for the nearest corner, because he's going to do it 100% of the time. After you take his shield down, switch to the normal Sandhawk with no element, and you can actually shoot him in the head then. While his shield is up, you can't get critical hits, but as soon as his shield goes down, you should just try and aim for his head. And if he hasn't done the Nova Blast for a while and you think he's going to do it, then just keep running from corner to corner. That's what I do. Better safe than sorry. and if he does hit you with it, you're going to want to hit the water pipe that's near the ammo generating thing, because that one will spawn in spider ants. The other one spawns in rats, and the rats are way worse to deal with because they will shoot you and take down your shield fairly quick, but with the spider ants, they have to come actually get up close, and you could use something like the Unkempt Herald to take them out before that. It might take a couple tries to get used to it. It took me a couple tries to actually figure this out myself, and now I can do it every time without him ever hitting me with the Nova Blast. Once again, I saw him raise his arms, plus I heard the noise, so just go for the corner. It's a really simple technique. This is really easy. It's easier than any way I've seen on YouTube. I figured out this method myself, actually. And I will actually be showing you another method after I kill him right here. And that method is even easier, and you'll see why when I do it. So he's getting close to death. He's at about, I'd say, a 5th health left now. But as you can see, you just want to keep slagging him with your phase lock. If you didn't know, I'm using the exact same skill setup that I used from the Terramorphous video. So if you want this skill tree, then just go watch the Terramorphous video until I show you the skill tree, then come back to this one, and you will have it. And right here, he's dead. That's all it takes. Alright, I will be back with the other method in a second. Okay, I'm back with the other method. And I honestly don't recommend this method because it makes Pete way too easy, and it's just not really that much fun. I didn't actually find this. I saw it on somebody else's channel. I think his name was Muddy Ghost. I don't know if he found it, but that's where I saw it. So you started off exactly the same. You come hit this iridium thing, and then he will come down. And you run over to this corner here, you jump at this broken corner, and you just tap the jump button as fast as you can, and you will end up on this ledge. And most of his attacks cannot hit you here, and he will actually, for the vast majority of the time, just wander around. If he jumps up here, which he can jump up on this ledge, he usually gets stuck up there, and you'll have just as easy of a time doing this. I don't really recommend this method because it just kind of makes it too boring, and I only honestly used this method once, and that was just for the sake of this video to show you guys that it does exist. And this is basically all there is to it. You can hide behind these pipe things when he does the Nova attack, but when he gets stuck there, it seems like the Nova attack can't even hit you no matter where you are. So you just do the same thing and just shoot him in the head while he's stuck there, not being able to fight back. So yeah, if you're having a really hard time killing Pete, like the other method just doesn't work for you for whatever reason, you can't get it right, then this method does exist if you want to do it the completely cheapest way possible, but it exists, and I'm honestly amazed that Gearbox hasn't patched this yet. I would have figured they would have noticed it because it has existed since the DLC came out, and it's not patched yet. But anyway, that's all there is to it. I'm just gonna leave you with the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in another video.